Well, last time we experienced that for the first session is probably the nicest to bat when the sun's out and the ball doesn't do as much. But when it starts to get dark, especially during that twilight period, it gets very tricky. The light changes. It's difficult to sight the ball, and then under lights is like playing the first session in the morning. In a normal test match, the ball does tend to swing a lot. So I think it's a reversal of roles and something that you need to adjust to quite quickly as batsmen. Even though you might be set in the afternoon, but you have to really, take guard again and start from scratch in the evening and understand that you probably have to be a bit more disciplined, bit more disciplined than you were in the day when things were probably easier with the bat. So these are the major differences. And similarly with the bowlers, the plan in the afternoons was to bowl a nice and consistent line and length, and then in the evenings when the situation allowed us to, we attacked a lot more. So I think the same kind of template will be useful in this game as well, and these are the few differences from a normal test match scenario that we experience. That record means nothing to me. Records are something that are looked at from an individual point of view, and that's not what we play sport for. Whether it's individual records as a batsman or whether it's the number of wins as a captain, I'm doing a responsibility to the best of my abilities and my potential, and an absolute commitment for the team for so many years, and I would continue to do so till the time I play this game. So I'm just fulfilling my responsibility. None of the records are meant to be forever. These are very fickle things which probably look great from the outside comparing to individuals, and that's something that people on the outside love to do all the time, but that really doesn't matter to any of us, to be very honest, because the mutual respect and understanding and camaraderie that you have as teammates or your ex-captain is something that you hold really closely to your heart, and I understand the importance and the significance of that. So that is always going to be way more important in my life than these milestones or these records. As I said, I'm doing my responsibility to keep Indian cricket on top, and I will continue to do so. And that should be the mindset of everyone playing for the team, and whoever in few years down the line, whoever the next person who leads this team, should take Indian cricket forward as well. So yeah, I don't really pay attention to any other records. I'm not even aware of them when I step onto the field, to be honest. I'm told afterwards. By doing what we've been doing for years now, which is playing good cricket, our focus will solely remain on our team. Not really bothered about what the strengths and weaknesses of the English team are. We've beaten them in their home as well, where the ball does way more, and we have bowled them out every time. So we're not really bothered with that. It's just about playing well as a team. And yeah, there are many weaknesses in the opposition's side as well. If you are keen to exploit them, things can. If the seamer-friendly track is for them, it's for us as well. And we probably have among other teams the best bowling attack in the world. So we're not really bothered by what the ball might bring differently to the table. We're ready for anything that comes our way. No, according to me, no. Both are bizarre experiences for two quality sides. If you ask England the same question, do you think that you could be bowled out for 50 again? Their answer probably would be no, because you understand that on that particular day things just are meant to happen a certain way, and whatever you try to do, it's out of your control, and nothing seems to go right. And exactly what happened to us in Adelaide as well. Barring that 45 minutes of bad cricket, we dominated that test match as well. So we're very confident in terms of how we played the pink ball. Even in Australia, where the pitches were assisting their seamers, they were under the pump through that Adelaide game, and that 45 minutes where we were just blown away. There was literally nothing to come back into the game with. So yeah, we understand that quite well. From the outside, things are not as detailed or explained what happens in the change room, what the mindset of individuals is, but you understand exactly what went wrong on that day, and you brush it aside, which the team did beautifully afterwards from Melbourne Test, and ended up making a great comeback. So these are experiences for sure, not a hindrance, not something that is a mental scar, but something that you learn from, you move ahead, and you keep improving as cricketers and understand if it's a difficult situation again, how to apply yourself and probably get out of that tough situation. Look, I've known Ishant for many years now. He started playing state cricket with me from his first season onwards. We've been roommates for many years in state cricket, Ranji Trophy cricket. When he got selected for India, he was fast asleep in the afternoon, and I had to kick him off the bed to say that you've been selected, and he wouldn't believe me. So that's how far we go back, and I couldn't be happier for him. For playing 100 Test matches as a fast bowler is no mean feat, and especially playing in our conditions where things can get so difficult. But he persevered, he kept working hard, and that's been his essence from day one. Very hardworking guy, very honest about the game, about his abilities, about what he can bring to the table, and very self-assured. I was most excited to work with him and really bring the best out of him as an attacking fast bowler. And something that it clicked immediately because he knew my mindset. He knows me inside out. There's big trust factor. I know him inside out. I know that he's going to respond to advice. He knows I'm gonna listen to his plans as well. So I think it's worked really well for both of us, not just for him as a fast bowler, but for me as a captain as well, to have that kind of experience and the kind of consistency he brings in with the attacking lines and lengths he bowls. I've just been very, very happy to see him really enjoy his bowling in the last 4 or 5 years and really become that stalwart of the Indian fast bowling group. So couldn't be happier for him. Really, really excited. I'm going to be present on the field when he plays his 100th game, and to see that smile on his face and just run in and bowl will be great to watch for a dear friend of mine. Yeah, I think so. Crowd plays a massive role. The crowds really get behind us, and the difference of which we saw in the second test. The opposition does feel the pressure when you go to play in Australia, England, South Africa, New Zealand, anywhere. People are, I've experienced that as a batsman. When you walk into the field and 30,000 fans are booing you, or clapping when the bowler's running into bowl, it does play on your head. So we would love for that atmosphere to be present, make life more difficult for the opposition and really get behind the team. That's what playing at home is all about. It's not only about the conditions on the field, but 50,000 people and their energy behind your team. It does push you in the right direction, and it does put a lot more pressure on the opposition. हमारे लिए काफ़ी गर्व की बात है कि सबसे ज़्यादा कैपेसिटी वाला स्टेडियम दुनिया में इंडिया में है, और हम पहला टेस्ट मैच खेलने वाले हैं उस पर। और एटमॉस्फेयर जब लोग आएंगे, स्टेडियम भरेंगे, वो एक्सपीरियंस उसके बाद ही आप एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं। लेकिन जो हमने देखा है अभी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वाइज और जो फैसिलिटीज़ प्रोवाइडेड हैं, जैसा स्टेडियम बनाया गया है, जैसे एरियाज़ डेजिग्नेटेड हैं, कमाल का स्टेडियम बना है। और हम लोग काफ़ी एक्साइटेड हैं, काफ़ी खुश हैं कि इतना बढ़िया, इतना सुंदर स्टेडियम हमारे देश में बना, और हम उस पर खेलने जाएंगे कल से।